Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and welcome to the next Saturday with Stacey, YouTube class number 618. Hey everybody, welcome in, and what an amazing class I have for you today. The product is so good. It is so good. But before I get started with that, let me tell you, if you are joining me for the very first time, I'm Stacey and I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. We are an independent retailer here in Canyon Country, California. So if you're somewhere in the neighborhood, come say hello to us. We actually have a brick and mortar retail store that you can walk into and say, hey girl, hey. Now, if you're watching this for the first time also, and it's during the premiere of today's class, which is always 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom for our Saturday classes. Our Saturday class always starts at 8 a.m. sunny California time. You may see a live chat happening right now. Like right now, people are typing away and saying hey to everybody and you know, just catching up and checking in. So if you're on a desktop or a laptop, that live chat may be this way. But if you're on a phone or a different device, you might find the live chat below you. And again, if you are new, just type in your name and where you're from. And I promise you, somebody in that live chat, an SMS peep, is going to respond and say, welcome, hello, so glad you're here. You will never find a more welcoming and open and supportive group than the SMS peeps during our live chats, which happen 4 times a week. But we're talking about Saturday right now. So I have beautiful things to share with you and projects that we're going to make that I think will make your heart happy. But of course, before we get to that, I have to do Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. And that is something I do every week. We always pick 2 winners to receive a gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. The gift card seems to be at $100. I think that's where we're going to be. Plus, we pick a winner from the sneak peek that I do. So usually on Instagram, Facebook, and this YouTube channel, I will do a sneak peek of what I'm going to do in the morning, what I'm doing right now. And that person, you post your comment. If you're looking at Instagram or Facebook, you need to head over to YouTube to post your comment because we only look at YouTube comments for that video. You post your comment and you have a chance to win an assortment of the products that I am using today. And we ship it to you and it just lands in your mailbox and you are like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So there's always 3 ways to win each week. And we leave the video up, the sneak peek video up. I leave it up all the way through Friday. So it'll be available all the way through up until Friday. So you have a chance to post on this video. That gives you, we pick 2 winners, and then you have a chance to post on that sneak peek video. That's another chance. So what I can tell you is you just never know when I'm going to call your name. What I can also tell you is if you don't post anywhere, I will never call your name. Why wouldn't you want $100 or an assortment of fabulous products? I don't know. I want it. And it doesn't have to be a story. It can literally be what you post just has to be kind. As long as it's polite and it's kind, then it stays up. So you can say, hey, you can tell us about your day, about your fur babies, about your family, about your job. You can even tell us you've had a rough week. And you will find that other SMS peeps will give you little hearts or words of encouragement. So come be a part of the community, our creative community. Hashtag creative community. The hashtag used to be called the pound sign. That is how old I am. My children don't understand what the pound sign is. They're like, a pound sign? Yes, the hashtag. Oh, the hashtag. Okay. Ah. Kids these days, I tell you. So I do have 3 winners to announce. My first winner, I already showed them they were a winner. If they watched the sneak peek, Patricia Brown, congratulations to you, girlfriend. You have an assortment of buttons galore coming your way. Compliments of Scrapbooking Made Simple. Hello. Have fun with those. Those were so easy and so much fun. Great for kids, great for non-crafty people, great to pull out and put out at Thanksgiving and just have a craft table and have them sitting out there. You will be shocked at how many adults, you think you're doing it maybe for the kids, you will be shocked at how many adults will gravitate over there and start to put those button galore. All you need is glue. If you can glue it, you can do it. That's how easy it is. So congratulations to you, my friend. I hope you enjoy your winnings. They will be on their way to you Monday. We've already pulled the package, so it'll ship on Monday. Let's see, our next two winners have won a $100 gift card now. Waha, yeah, I think so. Waha, wahoo, kachoo. I think so. I think you have the opportunity to spend that on anything that makes your heart happy, whether it be today, next week, 6 months from now. You could spend $20 this weekend, $40 next week. You divvy it up any way you want. Our first winner, I can say both of these names. I'm a winner, chicken dinner. I'm a winner, chicken dinner, because I can pronounce everybody's names. Our first winner is Becky. Hello, Becky. How about Becky Washington? How you doing, Becky? Well done, you. You are a winner, chicken dinner. Are you taking a screenshot of this? Are you calling all your friends? Congratulations, Becky. You've won $100. $100 is in your online account right now. Okay, next person is Susan. Susan Burrows. Hello, Susan Burrows. Congratulations to you too. You also are a winner, chicken dinner. Now, you might have just gone, ah! That's possible that you just went, ah! You may be standing up. You may be calling in your significant other. You may be calling your best friend right now saying, turn her on. There's my name. Yep, Susan Burrows and Becky Washington and Patricia Brown. You all are winner, chicken dinners here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and I'm so happy for you. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. The gift cards are already in your online account, and Patricia, your product will be on its way to you come Monday. So, winner, chicken dinner dance. We have to sit on up because we do it every time. I skipped once. I think one time I remembered halfway through the video and I stopped and said, oh my gosh, I forgot to do it. Let's do it. And we did it really fast. So, you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo. For you. Congratulations to all of you. Super happy for you. Enjoy. And if the rest of you want the chance to win, you have to post on this video or you have to post on the sneak peek short. Everything's done on YouTube. So you have 3 opportunities to win. All right. Now today I am working with Katy Sue, and it's beautiful. It really is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I have something very special from Katy Sue. And I know that we get emails sometimes like, Stacey, how come you don't carry everything from everybody? 1, we're a small business. We can't do that. 2, I really do try to partner with companies that I love, companies that bring beautiful things to the creative world. And I kind of took it from my dad. You know, my dad was an insurance salesman. He sold life insurance. And he and my mom and my brother and 2 sisters, they were up in Oregon and Washington. In fact, I'm the only sibling that was born here in California. All my brothers and sisters were either born, I think they were born in either Pasco, Washington or Yakima, between the 2. So my dad and my mom came back to Los Angeles. They were up there. It was not going well. So they packed everybody up in the Squareback VW and they brought them here to California. And my mom and dad and my siblings lived with my grandma and my grandpa for a little bit while my dad tried to find a job. And that was not easy. My dad was not a big guy. He, great personality, but it wasn't necessarily the easiest thing finding a job. And Prudential Life Insurance gave him a shot. I'm not, what was it? Well, I better not say anything about Hamilton. I might get in trouble, but my dad was young and very scrappy. So he has 3 kids living with his mother-in-law and father-in-law and trying to get a job so he can get their own place as quickly as possible, I'm sure. And Prudential was the only place that would give him the opportunity, a tryout. And my dad literally sold life insurance door to door. That's where they started him at, door to door, knocking and cold calling until he worked his way up. And my dad was really good at what he did. Let me be clear. My dad was, he knew how to close a deal. No question about it. And as he worked his way up through Prudential, and eventually he was a vice president, and he worked his way up. He would get headhunted. He would get offers from other companies. Come work for us. Come work for us. They would offer him more money. They would offer him more vacation time. They would offer him whatever. And my dad never jumped. He never, it's so hard to believe, but in this day and age, it's like unheard of. But my dad never took the bait. He never looked at a raise from, a promise from somebody else as the grass being greener. What he knew was that Prudential gave him the tryout. They gave him the chance. They gave him the opportunity when nobody else would. And so he felt loyalty to this company that saw something in him where nobody else did, and he remained true and loyal to Prudential until he retired. Truly, until he retired. So when I partner with companies, we don't sell everything from everybody. And I think that has a lot to do with my dad. He would always say, you gotta be, if you're not loyal to somebody, you're loyal to nobody. If you're not loyal to somebody, you're loyal to nobody. So we pick these companies and we talk to them and we partner with them, and we're so proud to be a member of their family like Katy Sue. I am just over the moon to be a retailer for them. And then we try to protect those companies. I try not to bring in product from a bunch of different manufacturers that would look very similar. I stay loyal because they help me get to where I am. And one of the benefits of that is what I have for you today. I have an exclusive kit. It's called Timeless Christmas. The only place it will be sold is QVC Germany, Katy Sue themselves, and Scrapbooking Made Simple. So that means outside of the United Kingdom and Germany, I'm it. And that doesn't just happen. That's because of the relationships and the loyalties that companies that I show them and they show me, and wanting to partner and do even more. It's so exciting and it's so true. If you're not loyal to somebody, you're loyal to nobody. And I would much rather be loyal to a few than not loyal to the masses. So I have Katy Sue for you today. I'm going to show you this kit. It is a bonus kit, a wow kit. It's a holy smokes artichokes kit. Everything I show you in the kit, you're going to get. And the price, I literally had to email them and say, Sue, are you sure this is right? And they emailed back, Stacey, that is right. And I'm like, okay, then we're going to go out at it. It retails for, it would retail for $43.99, and we have it for $33.99, and that is more than 20% off what the retail would have been. Do we have oodles of these kits? No. They only made so much, and they had to divide them between QVC, Katy Sue, and Scrapbooking Made Simple. So we've got a portion of the kits, but when they're sold out, they will be sold out. Now I have some other stuff we're going to play with as well that is readily available, but I'm going to start with this kit, and we're going to keep it simple. I'm only going to use what is in the kit along with a few other Katy Sue products. Flower Soft Polar White, and they bought the Cosmic Shimmer brand. As Creative Expressions was going out of business, Katy Sue bought the Cosmic Shimmer brand of Creative Expressions, and Jamie Rogers bought the Creative Expressions part of it. So I have fluffy stuff for you today. We're gonna play, we're gonna have a great time, and really, I think, you know how I feel. I learned so much from my parents. They raised me quite differently than most children, especially of my era, where my dad would take me to work once a month with him, and he would take me on his sales calls with him. And I think the truth is the truth. You need to be loyal to somebody, or you're not loyal to anybody. And I am proud to be loyal to Katy Sue Designs. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. Hello. Yeah, my dad sold life insurance door to door. Hard to believe, isn't it? But that's how he started. We all have to start somewhere. Okay, so just a few samples before we get going. Yes, there's foil on that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? And then open it up, and bam. Now this was done by, I think, Dortina, and Dortina's going, I don't remember this black on the card. And Dortina, I added it myself. So I actually added the black to the card base so it opens up, but I just thought that it just framed it out just a little bit, and then when you open it up, bam. Now these are peelables, and we have these for you. There's a brand new set of peelables, and I'll be showing those in just a little bit. Here we have Festive Wishes. Ooh, isn't that pretty? And this one is done by Patty, and Patty took one of my fanciful framelits, I believe, in the similar shape as the Katy Sue. And we've got a little bit of fluffy stuff going on. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the last one was done by Mary, Honorary SMS Girl Mary. And this is one of their Picket Fence cards. I have a card kit for you that is so easy, but then I also have everything open stock in case you want to make more. This is not the exclusive kit. This is going to be available everywhere, but of course we have it on sale for you today. So let's get started, and I want to walk you through that the kit first. This is what we're going to start with, is the exclusive kit. There's a lot in here. It is a big kit filled with goodness. A mega kit? Maybe that's what they call it, a mega kit. So let's just pull everything out, and let's see what we've got. Okay, so this, it's a lot. So I have sentiments. There might be another sentiment sheet in here, I don't know. But they've got all foil around them, and they just pop out. They are pre-die cut, no scissors needed. So you could even use these as tags on your gifts if you don't use them on your cards, because each little sheet, I've got 4 cards here, and I've got sentiments there. And again, look at the foil. It is beautiful. So this here is what made this here. I mean, it looks like you've spent hours on it, but you didn't. Then we have our next. And you would think that this would be a solid piece, but it isn't on several of them. The frames come apart, so you could put the blue frame here with the green. You could use the frame by itself and the insert by itself. And again, sentiments. Then we have the pretty, aren't those so pretty? Look at that bird. Is that not gorgeous? I might have to use that one. So what you have to post on the sneak peek video is how many makes do you think we're going to make today? And again, you've got where they could add sentiments in. They've given you even more sentiments. Then we've got Santa. Well, we've got the Nutcracker right there who looks fabulous with the poinsettias. We've got Santa. We've got poinsettias again with the glitter. Oh, I want to say there's two there. I'm right, there is. Look at how pretty these are. And again, they just pop out. Can you even imagine how many cards, how many layouts, how many mini albums you could do with all of this? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is it 7? 7 sheets? 6 in a sentiment sheet. That right there is, being that it's all foiled, is worth the money. Then we have what they call liner sheets. Now, in the UK and over in Europe, they make really big cards. Really big cards. Is this an A? Yeah, this is an A4. I don't have an A. Maybe I have an A4 sheet of paper somewhere. Yes, is this an A4? It is. So they would adhere the liner sheet to the card base, and that way when you open your card, you've got all your decoration. And yes, this is an A5 card, and yes, they make cards this big over there. When you open it, then you have the pretty inside as well. We here in the States don't make cards that big, but we do use this to make additional cards or to make layouts or for our junk journal. The paper is lovely. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 different designs, and I bet you get 2 of each sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you get 3 of each. So you get 18 sheets. You could be making cards all day long with this. You could be fussy cutting these out for your layouts. You could be using this to make tags out of. You have got all of this beautiful paper that they use as liners. So we've got 6 sheets of our kind of decoupage toppers that are all foiled. We've got a sentiment sheet. We've got 18 sheets here. And then we get into the paper. So the beautiful, heavy paper. So this is what they make their card bases out of. They will take this, put one of these inside, score it, fold it, and then decorate. We don't do things that big here in the States, but we're certainly going to use up all of this paper. So they would be using this as card bases. We're going to be using this to do all our matting with. And if you want to make a big card, you absolutely can. I just want to show you all the amazing paper you're going to get in the kit. So 4, 5, 6. That does have a slight pattern to it. Everything's got like a little pattern to it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 different designs, and my guess is you get 2 of everything. So 24 sheets of heavyweight paper that scores beautifully, or you use it as a mat like we're going to do. So a stunning collection here. Lightweight paper to use to decorate with, and a stunning collection here. And then your toppers and sentiments to decorate with. All of this is yours, and it's $33.99, but we only have so many, and when they are gone, they are gone. We cannot get them back. They made so many, and they divvied them up between us, QVC Germany, and Katy Sue. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to put these to the side for right now. And just so I have my paper. And I'm going to put my peelables over here. And I think I'm going to pop out... Oh, let's see. This one's pretty. I'm going to maybe do this one, or maybe this one. And I love this one. We'll see if it's too big for my card base. And oh, that one's really pretty too. And maybe this one. So that gives me a Santa, a nutcracker, a couple birds, see, it comes out. This frame is separate. And last but not least, we want to do the tree or the Santa. I don't know. I'll pop them both and we'll see which one we do. So we're going to keep it easy peasy. I'm going to try to use what is in the kit and keep to that. The little additions that I'm going to use, let's grab those sentiments so they're someplace handy. The little additions I'm going to use is Flower Soft. This is the only color they make Flower Soft in. I know, I tried. I was like, Sue, hey girl, hey, how about some Flower Soft? She said, yes, Polar White. And I said, no, how about some of the other colors? She said, yes, Polar White. So Polar White it is. I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to be using something called Fluffy Stuff. This is a liquid that when you heat it with a heat tool, it pops up. It makes it look, it foams up. It's very cool. It expands, and it does look like snow. Between the two of them, they're very cool. They give you completely different looks, but I like them both. We are only selling the Flower Soft in a pack of 2, so you'll get 2, and the Fluffy Stuff also, we're selling it in a 2-pack, so you're going to get 2. That's how we have it. So I think I'm going to start. I've got a bunch of them here. I can pick which one I want to start with, and I want to start with, I just think this one is so pretty. And I'm going to bring over some card bases. So I've got A2 size and I've got A6 size. Now this is a really good way for me to show you the difference between an A2 and an A6. Okay, so pen. This is an A6 and this is an A2. The A2 is a little bit fatter and shorter. A2, it's a little bit fatter and shorter. The A6 is a little bit longer and narrower. But if you were to take them and put them side by side, here you would see the A6 is just a little bit, it's about 1/4 of an inch longer, but the A2 is a little bit fatter. Ultimately, I think if you took the actual square inches of both of them, they would be very similar in size. It's just that one's a little taller, one's a little fatter. You decide which is going to work best for you. I'm going to work with both of them today because I think that for some of the different things, the one size will work better than the other. And these are simply defined card bases. See, look at, I think that looks so good. Just takes up the whole thing. Let's try it on the A2 and see. Okay, because the A2 is a little wider, it almost goes side by side, but the A6, it hangs over just a little bit, and you have to decide. They both go through your postage at the same type of price. All right, I think I might use an A6, or yeah, an A6. And what do we want to back it with? Is that too busy? That's a little busy. That's very pretty. Oh, but this red is, I think, maybe a better red. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to go with that red. And I'm just going to cut a mat. For me, the easiest way to cut a mat is to kind of put my paper on top of my card base, pull it down. So I show, see the reveal I show? It's not going to be this big when I'm done. It's going to be half this size because it'll have the same size all the way around. So I just kind of pull it down, decide how, if I want the reveal to be this big, then I just double that width all the way. I think that looks good. Turn it over and cut it out. So no trimmer. And is it perfect? No. Is it close enough? Yes. Is it handmade? Yes. Bam. See, that's my kind of matting. I didn't have to measure or anything. So if I do that, and I do this, and I do this, my first card is done. Let's put it down. I'm taking Stacey tape, Simply Defined adhesive tape. It's a double-sided tape. It's a bit longer, it's a bit stronger, and it's very affordable. If you're used to a tape runner, it may take you a little time to get used to Stacey tape, but I think you'll be happy you do. It is cost effective, and it holds everything. It holds your glitter and beads and plastic and metal and fabric. I'm using a bamboo wood bone folder from Yasutomo. Great value. I think we usually have them for about $3.99, and it is as strong as can be. I'm just going to kind of line it up, eyeball it, because that's the kind of girl I am. Okay, down. Now I think I'm gonna pop this because I like popping. And this is GG foam tape. I gotta get the little plastic thing. There we go. So GG foam tape. GG is an international company, and they just make a really good foam tape, and it's really inexpensive. This is a 2 mil high, so it's got some height to it. And I like that, just like my Stacey tape, the liner comes off super easy. You don't fight with it. And let's put her down. And my Just For You. And now a sentiment for the inside. One card done. Yay. And let's put a sentiment on the inside. Now these are peelables. We have the Christmas peelables, which have been out. This is Oh Holy Night, which is brand new for Katy Sue. Brand new set of peelables. What are they? They are sentiments that are printed on a matte finish sticker. They're wonderful, and we must have 10 different types of peelables, everything from friendship to all occasion to all year round to birthday. The with sympathy ones are fabulous. So you've got, how many are in here? Let's see. It is 48 verses included. So 6 on each sheet. Matte finish, and you've got everything from May the light of His love shine on you at Christmas time and always. Okay, that's really nice. May the light of His love shine on you at Christmas time and always. Wishing you a season of grace and glory. May the miracle of Christmas shine brightly on you. Christmas blessings. Let us celebrate the true meaning of Christmas. Sending grace and good cheer at this special time of year. These are nice. Sending love and light this Christmas. Rejoice in the miracle of Christmas. Tidings of comfort and joy to all. A silent night, a star above, a blessed gift of hope and love. These are fabulous, Sue! Sunny and Sue, these are amazing. With love this festive season. And they're all slightly different. The scale is different. The font is different. And when you use them, they kind of just disappear into a card. So, the easiest way for me to use them is to take the backing off. See, there's this little strip of backing. And let me just cut it so you can see what I'm talking about. So I got rid of some of the backing at the top. And now you can see where the sticker starts and stops. But as I go down, where I didn't take the backing off, now you can't see where the sticker starts and stops, and it's harder for me to peel it off. So if I get rid of the outer sides all the way around, I can clearly see where to try and grab my sticker. So let's just get rid of all this. There's nothing you can do with it anyway, so we might as well just say goodbye. And now I can see where my sticker is. And it's up to me if I want to cut it down on size, if I want to keep it large. But it's going to go right in the center, right here for my card. So wishing you a happy Christmas and peaceful New Year. So if I want to cut it down, I can certainly cut it down. I can die cut it down, or I can just peel the sticker off. Open up my card. Put it down. Smooth it out. I might even take my bone folder and bam. They're that easy to use. And now your sentiment is done. You sign it. Because they're a matte finish, yes, you can ink right over the top of it if you want, but card 1 is in the books. Okay, yay for me. Card 1. Okay, let's do card 2. Oh, I think I'll do him. I got lots of Santas. That's a beautiful foil. Let's do this one. And let's decide. So that's on an A2. And I might just do this one on an A2 and not an A6. And let's decide what paper we want to back it on. A little busy. But it looks great on that green, doesn't it? That green is a winner, winner chicken dinner. Let's see what other color I've got going on. I think that other green is too light. Stripe is too much. Ooh, that one's pretty too. I think for the amount we're going to see, I'm going to save the pretty holly and just use the plaid. Okay, it's a Scrapbooking Made Simple YouTube. There it goes. We are right on the main street here. So if I do that, and I do that, and where did I put my card base? Let's grab my A2. Do that and that. So I just need a very small reveal. Very small reveal. And when I mean reveal, it's how much of the matting am I going to show? How much of the green am I going to reveal? So now I'm on an A2 card. take this off and let's take this off. And let's give myself just a little bit of a reveal, not too much. And then I'm gonna freehand my cut. And then I've got my card base right here. So it's ready to go on that. By the time I'm done, I'm not going to have to make any Christmas cards. I can't even tell you how many cards you can make out of this kit. If you left it up to me, my guess is I could get between 60 and 70 cards. Would be my best guess. And then I think I'm going to put something on the inside. So, not that one. That one's not bad. It's got kind of green to it. Not that one. Not that one. That one might work. That one might work. Okay, let's try one of those. So here's my outside. That would sure be pretty. But so would that. I think we're going to go with this one. So now I'm using the liner. The liner that they would use for the inside of a big card, I'm going to use for the inside of a small card. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of gauge it out. And then trim it out. That looks pretty good. And then I'll do the same because I want to use the top piece. Kind of gauge out my reveal and then trim it out. I'm left with this, not sure what I'm going to do with it. But now I've got this for this side. I think I'm going to straighten up that cut just a little bit. This for this side. This for this side. And now I've got a liner in my card. And I think I'm going to take them down just a little bit more. A little bit more of a reveal. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, let's put down my first one. So just using from the kit and how you can utilize those liner papers even if you're not doing a big A5 card. Now you would use more adhesive than I am. I'm just trying to get it down. You would do a much better job of taping around the sides. Oh, Stacey, I put it in upside down. Holy smokes, artichokes. Well, we're just gonna make it better. Ooh. Yikes. All right, so now you know that my videos are not edited, scripted. I didn't cut this piece, this part out because it wasn't perfect. Oh, come on. All right, well, I made a mess of it. And I made a mess of my card, but thankfully, once I put it back down, nobody gonna see. Pay no attention to what's underneath the paper. Nobody's gonna see it. Do not throw it away. No, we're just gonna fix it. Let's do that right this time. And let's make sure, yes. Wouldn't that be horrible if this was upside down? Okay. Okay, I've done that too. Okay, one side. Next side. Now you may choose to have them fit exactly the size of the card. I leave a little bit of white around. Or if you're using a red card or a green card. Nope. Now all I have to do is add a sentiment. So do I want to add one from here? Do I want to add one from Do I want to add one from here? I've got Christmas blessings that I could just put right there. Or joy to the world, or joy to the world might be nice. So I'm going to take the little back piece off. So I can see what I've got. There's my joy to the world. Do I want to cut it down maybe a little bit? Or do I just want to put it down? And it just disappears. Is that amazing how that happens? It just disappears. Their peelables are phenomenal. There we go. Card number 2. Done. Yay for me. Moving on. Let's move to card number 3. And do I want to use an A2? Or do I want to use an A6? And if I wanted to pull one of the sentiments, season's greetings, Christmas wishes. Let's see what they've got on this one. They've got with love. Sending love just for you. Season's greetings. That one looks a little big. Merry Christmas. Okay. A2 or A6? Well, let's pick our background while I try to decide. I don't think the greens are going to work, and I think that this is still too busy. I think the red holly might be nice, because you're going to see quite a bit of it. The red holly might be nice. Definitely not the greens. Blue is okay. I think I'm going to go with the red holly. do an A6, if I do an A2 this way, no, an A6 this way. I like the season's greetings. I just think it's going to be too big. Oh, maybe not. Well, maybe an A6. Okay, I have to make up my mind. Let's do an A6. Make my mat. This is the easy peasy part of everything. Turn it around. Trim it out. And then it instantly just slides right into place. Now that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. Slides right into place. And then we're going to put our little birdie on top. And then our season's greetings at the bottom. I still think it's too big. This one comes with love. That's one on the sheet that I took it off of. But I think it needs to be matted in something. So I'm just going to stick with white because we have white paper, and I think that'll make my heart happy. And bam. Trim it out. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, I think we're good there. What do you think? Are we okay? We happy? I still feel like my camera's just not in the right place, but shall we put it down? Because then we're going to add a little something something to our little top piece there, our little birdie. So let's tape everything down, and then we're going to pull out the Polar White Flower Soft. Well, I think we'll do an insert, and then we'll pull out the Polar White Flower Soft. The Flower Soft is the last thing you do because it requires wet glue. So you don't want to do that Flower Soft first and then be taking and turning things over and matting things down. The very last thing you want to do is add that Flower Soft. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's do a liner. And this time, maybe I don't want any of the additional designs. Maybe I just want the color. So let's see if I can get one. Can I get one this way? I can get one this way. Oh, I think I can do it both that way. Okay. Trim it out. So this time I'm not going to have the little decoration. So there's one. And can I get this one this way? Oh, by a hair of a chinny chin chin. So that way and that way. Or maybe I want just one. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm good with that. Which then leaves me with these to use on the inside of another card. If you've got scissors and some adhesive tape and some card bases, you are ready to rock and roll. You are ready to make your own Christmas cards this year, and you're ready to do them. And it's not going to take weeks at a time. Okay, let's put them down. So now we've decided what our front's going to be. I've decided that I'm going to add some Polar White Flower Soft to this, but it's the last thing that I can do. I've decided that I want a simple liner on the inside just to finish it out. It just adds that little extra touch of something. Oh, that did not go down great, but that's okay. We're going to live with it. And when I say it didn't go down great, it means I didn't get it exactly straight. I'm not going to peel it up and try again. These are handmade. They're made with love. Imperfect is the new perfect. And when you think about making these cards for literally under $1, there's nowhere you can go. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, while we're here, let's just add the sentiment. It's got the, I think I'm gonna do, may the miracle of Christmas shine brightly on you. Because we've got the light. So I'm gonna take the top piece, the little piece off. May the miracle of Christmas shine brightly on you. I can see where the stickers stop and start, where there's space on either side of them, so that I can peel it off. Open up my card. Write down. Let it just disappear. Ha 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 ha. Let's put our front on now. That looks pretty good. I've got my sentiment with love to go right underneath it that I just added a little bit of a white mat to. And if you don't want that much of a white mat, you don't have to have that much. I could trim it down, but I don't know that I'm going to. And I think I will pop that. And then we're going to add some Flower Soft. So, can you see how we're progressively getting more technique-y? Remembering that we started here and just added our sentiment to the inside. Then we went here and we felt a little bit more adventurous and we added the liner to the inside. Now we're here where we've got our front, our liner, and now we're going to add some of the Polar White Flower Soft. So let me tell you, first things first, it comes in this little bag. You are going to want to get a bigger bag than this to put it in. When I use it, I dump it into my little, the first time I use it, I just dump it all out because I know I'm not going to put it back in here. It is very hard to put it back in this bag. Just go get yourself a bigger bag or a little Tupperware. So this is a white, it almost looks like shredded coconut, only finer. And it is a plastic that has been ground down and shredded fine so that when you add it, it looks like snow. And how do you add it? You just use a little bit of a liquid glue. So I've got Stay Put here. And I can just put where there's snow on my design, I'm going to add a little bit of my glue. I don't don't know if I want to do the whole thing. Or just a little bit. Let's put some on top of there. So I've got a little bit of glue right on top here. And then I'm just going to sprinkle this. And if you want to be able to put it back away, you may want to make yourself just a little bit of a funnel. And I'm just going to take a little bit in a pinch in my hand. Now, as you use it, it's kind of like Mega Flakes. As it aerates, as air works its way into it, it feels like it grows. So it feels like you have even more than what you started with sometimes. And then tap. And anywhere I added the glue, I've just got a little bit of texture, what looks like snow. Just a little bit of texture. And now I can come in, and if I wanted to add some across the bottom, let's see, I could add a little here. And maybe a little bit more right there. And I could have it kind of drop down so it looks like icicles. Just a little bit. Tap it off. And as long as I'm happy, I can let it dry. So I just added a little bit of snow, and it adds that beautiful texture. Love it. And I think I'm just going to let it dry, and we're going to be done. So now I can take what's left here and put it right into my little palette. I love these palettes. I love them for everything. I'm using them now for absolutely everything I need them for. These little plastic palettes are a wonder. Do you put all your little blings in them when you're doing the buttons galore stuff? Okay. So now the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to take it up a notch again. And I think I'm going to do this one. Now we get back into the A2 or A6. A2 or A6. Oh, I definitely think this one's an A2. And what kind of backing do we want on it? We want the red, and then the blue on the red and here, or do we want a blue? Maybe the blue will be too blue. Although that blue looks pretty. That blue really does look good, doesn't it? Nope. I like the plaid, and I already cut into one of the plaids. Didn't I? I cut into the green plaid. Now I'm going to cut into the blue plaid. Figure out how much of a reveal I want. If this is what I want to see, I just need to double that width and trim it out. So every time I've done a card, we've gone just a little bit further. And we still have a whole nother kit to play with. That looks good. That on there looks good. I think I'm going to pop this up here. Let's decide what we want for our insides. Well, I like the blue, just to keep with it. Is that the only one that comes in blue? That one comes in blue too. So I wonder what would happen if I just took it and cut there. Do we want the reindeer or do we want the Santa? We'll do the reindeer. So if I just took the whole card and opened it up, I think we might use him a little later. You'll have to remind me where I put him. I know you're all like, just get a trimmer. No, what fun is that? Not bad. Pretty good. You think it'll work? A little bit more off the sides. And then I'm going to tape it down and we're going to score it and we're going to see what happens. I like a little bit of white all the way around. A little bit more. So I'm going to do this first, just in case it doesn't work. And then we can try again. No guts, no glory. You're like, oh girl, don't mess it up. Well, if I do, it's only paper. I think that's easier. If I have a design that I like all the way across, I think that works better for me. Now let's finish it off. I like using the liners for liners. Now we could use them to make cards with. I'm going to put this maybe over here where I remember where it is, so we can come back and maybe use that piece. And now we're going to go a little bit more technique-y. And I think I'm going to put this one straight down, right onto it. And I think I'm going to pop this one up and off. And then I'm going to add some fluffy stuff. And if you've not seen fluffy stuff before, it's so fun. You have to use a heat tool with it, not a blow dryer, but a heat tool. But if you're not into embossing, the fluffy stuff makes buying a heat tool almost worth it. It really does. It is so much fun. Okay, so let's get my frame down. So there's no rhyme and no reason to what I make. I just make. We just do it together. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to pop it up. I think if you had this kit and your friend had this kit and you were both sitting next to each other crafting together, you would not end up with two cards that are the same. There is so much variety and so many different ways you can mix and match things. So I'm going to pop up my Santa. Just put him right back in there. And now he's lifted. And Let's find a sentiment that makes my heart happy from the Oh Holy Night set. Tidings of comfort and joy to all. Sending warm thoughts and heartfelt peace this Christmas. There we go, right there. Good to go. Close it up. Now let's get our fluffy stuff. So this is fluffy stuff, and it's a liquid. It's a kind of a glue-like substance, but it is not a glue. You're not going to use it as a glue. It's an expand paste that when you heat set, it will rise and become, just like it says, fluffy. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it all over Santa's suit. Nope, wrong way. So I'm going to fill in all the white spaces for Santa. Not his beard, but all where the fur would be. And I'm just going to color it in like I would if I was using a glue. Hat. And the little at the end. And then I'm going to put my lid back on. So I've got, it's wet on his arms, on his hat, the little fur on his boots. I bring over my heat tool and I add some heat. And you will see it start to turn from a liquid to a solid. And it'll start to kind of bubble and lift. And now I have added dimension to Santa's fur. That's fluffy stuff. And once it's dry, once it's cool, kind of like embossing powder, it's dry. Look at the dimension. Only where his fur is to give texture. Isn't that cool? Love fluffy stuff. Love it. This came out super darling. And just that added little element. I could have used the flower soft, but I wanted to play with the fluffy stuff. I did. So like here I can play with the flower soft. And just load it in there. Because anything you don't use, you're just going to tap off, and it gives it a look like icicles. Let's see if I can get it to zoom. It gives it a look of icicles. Look at that. It just adds a little something. And then I put it all away. Or I come here. Oh, this is a big one. So maybe we'll do a little fluffy stuff and a little flower soft. So I'm going to add a little bit of fluffy stuff. Here. Into his hat. Into his collar. But not to his beard, not to his gloves. So a little bit of fluffy stuff. And then let's take my heat tool. And we're just going to heat until we see it start to bubble and burst and grow and expand. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. So now my Santa, once your paper's cool, your fluffy stuff is dry. My Santa has got some dimension to him. Look at how fun that is. It is so cool. And again, once your paper's cool, so is your fluffy stuff. And then I could take a little bit of my glue . Let's try this one. There we go, a little bit of my glue. And just put a little bit on the antlers. And just follow where they already have it looking like there is snow. You don't have to create where there's snow. You just follow along where they're already telling you there's snow. So I put some glue on the antlers and a little bit on his face. And now I can bring over my Flower Soft Polar White. I don't think I'm going to convince Katy Sue to bring back Flower Soft. I would really like it though. Maybe just a few colors, like moss, like the green. Could we bring back the green? Because that's kind of like the white. It's a use it all the time color. So now his antlers, oh, a little bit on his face. Now his antlers look like they have crystals, ice on them. His hat and his, oh, this is so cute. I almost think we need to make this into something. It's so good. But we have to move on. I'm going to put him over the side. We'll come back and it's so good though. I just think it would be so pretty. We have to move on. And my glue's not dry. But how fab is that? Maybe. I'll put it here in case I decide. All right, so we started super simple and we're not done. I have the next kit to go on to. We started crazy easy. We just matted, punched out, and we didn't even do the liner. We just put the sentiment right on the inside. Then we did a little bit more. We did the Christmas tree and we added the liner for the first time. Then we did a little bit more. We did our beautiful bird. We have our liner, but we added a little bit of Flower Soft for some texture. But then we did a little bit more. We did our frame separate. We popped our center. We added our fluffy stuff to add dimension and texture to Santa's suit. We did our inside as one solid insert and our sentiment. All done with one kit, and we haven't even used 10% of what's in the kit. We haven't even used 10% of what's in the kit. There's so much more. Between the liner paper, all the liner paper, all the toppers, all the cardstock, the beautiful matching coordinating cardstock. It is a mega bundle for not a mega bundle price. $33.99 is a smoking hot steal. And again, honestly, I contacted them and said, are you sure that's the right price? And she's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay. We didn't even use this one. So, exclusive here. I'm going to put this because this is wet. Exclusive here. All of North America is the Timeless Christmas Kit. And you will love it. We do not have lots of them. We had to share. And out of all three companies, Katy Sue, QVC Germany, and Scrapbooking Made Simple, we're the smallest. So I'm thrilled with what we have. I don't know how long they'll last, but they'll stay at that price until they sell out. So even if the YouTube is done, we won't take them back up to full price. Love the fluffy stuff. And the fluffy stuff and the flower soft we're only selling in packs of 2. So here's what I made. Let's look at the next kit, which is not exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple, but still a phenomenal kit. So it's called the Christmas Garden Picket Fence Kit. First off, it makes 8 cards. You get 2 fences in each color. Everything you need is in here. You've got your cards, you've got your envelopes, you've got your decoupage, you've got your scenes. Everything you need is in here. But if you want to do more, they sell the scenes separately, where you get 24 of these in a pack. They sell the decoupage separately, or the Christmas accoutrements separately, where you get 3 sheets of the traditional Christmas, which is in here, and you get 3 sheets of the winter Christmas. And they sell the card bases. So they sell the picket fence card bases. Now what I need to tell you is that I have the white. Online you are going to see that they have a blue and a red pack. We did not get it here in time to show you on camera, but it is the exact same card bases out of a flat blue or a flat red cardstock. So what you see in here is not the same. These are printed and dimensional. These are going to be either the white or the flat red and the flat blue. It comes in one pack. The thing about this is that this makes 12 cards. So if you get a white one and you get the red and blue combo and you get the scenes and you get 2 of the open stock here, then you're making 24 cards. It just depends upon what you want and how much you want to do. Buying 2, even if you got two of the red and blue combo packs, you'd have 12 cards. I believe it's 12. I hope it's 12. And then you have the 24 scenes, and you have 3 of each of these. That's going to do all your cards, plenty of it. But a really good starting point is with the kit. And the kit does have the envelopes and the pop dots and the card bases that are different from what the open stock are like. So first off, you get pictures. So if you want to do exactly, if you want to monkey see, monkey do, absolutely. And then you get some instructions. Although this is so simple, you really won't need them. You've got, so now you can see the difference in the card bases. These are a printed card base, so you have all the wood grain going on, and you get 2 in red, and you get 2 in this beautiful gray. You can't buy these types of card bases open stock. Nope, these only come in the kit. So if you want to do 24 cards, you would be getting 3 kits. If you wanted to use these card bases. So they're beautiful. You get 8. Then we have our envelopes. We have a sheet of the traditional, a sheet of the winter to decorate your 8 cards. We've got all the envelopes. For your cards. We've got the pop dots for your cards, and these are the scene builders. So you get 8 different scenes. Oh, is it 4? You get 2 of each? Yeah, you get 4 different scenes, 2 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't know if that means you get 3, because you get 24 in here. Well, that made it convenient. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in the 24 pack, you get different scenes. And I'm going to show you how to use these. So in the 8 pack, you have this one, and this one, and that one, and that one. So you get 4 different scenes. In the 24 pack, let's see. Okay, so that's the same. And this one is the same. And this one is the same. And this one is the same. But you don't get this one in the card kit. And that one is, yep, you don't get this one in the card kit. And you don't get this one in the card kit. And you don't get that one in the card kit. And you don't get this one in the card kit. And you don't get that one in the card kit. So the card kit, oh, these are beautiful. The card kit gives you a few of these, but if you want to have the full collection, then you're going to want to get the scenes separately or add them to the mix. The card kit is fab, but these scenes are amazing. So how does this all work? Well, let's take a brown and let's just pop it right on out. And let's take a blue. And let's pop it out. So I've got my brown. I've got my blue. And you want to make sure you don't lose any of the little pieces. And let's take the red and the gray. That way we have one of each to decide what to play with. So these are just die cut card bases. They are 5 by 7. They do come with the envelopes. These little pieces here are important. You want to make sure you don't throw those little pieces away. If you do, it's not the end of the world. And then the gray. Okay. And then I can play with these later. And the envelopes I can play with later. So you've got your foam tabs, comes with it. The larger ones and your little smaller ones for all your decoupage. I need to pop out the little centers. And then when I fold my card, how cute is this? And then I've got my red, and I pop out my little centers. And when I fold my card, now I've got a red version. Let's do the blue and the brown. Oh, that one's already, I already popped those out. And the brown. So 2 of each color comes in the card kit, and the only way you get these bases is in the card kit. All right, now let's bring over the scenes. And I'm going to use the scenes that come in the card kit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 different scenes that I have. Now those magically just fit right in. I just have to decide which one do I want with what. Bam. Bam. And do I want maybe this one with the brown? Bam. This one with the red. And this one with the gray. Easy enough. Now all I have to do is put them down. So let's get a little bit of Stacey tape and let's get them down. So no foil on any of this. If you want the pretty foil, that's the Timeless Christmas kit. That's the one that's exclusive. Done. Let's do our next one. We'll get them all down and then we will move on. You know, I really appreciate everybody at Katy Sue. They work so hard and they are so creative. I've seen some of the things that are coming your way and you are going to love it all. Okay, so we have one SMS peep on the live chat, and I don't know if she's here right now because obviously I'm not live. I'm recording this the night before so I can live chat with y'all during the class. But she's always like, they need to make a purple kit. I can't tell you if they're making a purple kit or not. But, I wonder if they are. Can't tell you for sure because I don't know. I can tell you that, gosh, it'd be great. And if they do, I mean, I know that there's something coming, but they could change their minds, but it wouldn't be till later this year. But oh my. Look at that. They are so talented at Katy Sue. And they're always such a pleasure to work with. So I'm not really sure how to tell you which one. I can tell you that the Timeless Christmas is limited, and when they're gone, they're gone. The product I'm working with now is available globally. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have the little bars to go across, and that's what these are for, to go right across here. right across to give a little more dimension. Remember, the snow is always going to be going up, not down. The snow is always going to be going up. And it's at your decision whether you want to tape them down or you want to pop them. Always keep in mind that you want to keep your tape, your adhesive, right in the center. So that way you don't want it accidentally going over, because if you do, you'll end up gluing, you'll end up taping your whole card into place. So a little bit of tape, whether you want to tape it or you want to pop it. You always want your snow facing up. And it just adds a little bit more dimension to your project. Now, I like to go back and just snip the backs off. I'm a girl who just goes, nope, zoop. And Sue's going, no, don't do that, but I am. Look at how cute is that. All right, so brown done. Let's do the gray real quick. And we're just gonna do these and then take them to the next level. Snow facing up. Snow facing up. I trim the backs off just a little bit. Zoop, zoop. I say zoop, zoop. Sound effects required. Zoop, zoop. Okay, there's two. Now the last two, maybe I pop up. So my foam tape. And my foam tape. And the foam tape is the perfect width. So now I've got them popped. I am nowhere near the trash can. Nowhere near. So now these are popped, and the last one I'll do popped up. And that way we have all four to play with. Your kids could do these. That's how easy they are. Your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews. This is a great little class for people who are non-crafters because everything's included. They do have to do some work to, they have to fold and score and pop and cut, but it's not so techniquey that they're intimidated. All right, so now let's do one that's super simple. So you can layer these. These are decoupage. So you have 1, 2. This one you pop first. This one you layer on top of this one. You have one tree here. Do you see how this tree doesn't have the base to it? You pop this tree on top of that one to give dimension. But do you have to? No, you could just use this swag by itself, and you could use this swag by itself, thereby giving you more to work with. You could use this wreath by itself and this wreath by itself. They give you all the little ornaments to go in and pop up to make more dimension. But you can use each of these individual pieces by themselves, giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, you could make 8 cards just with this one and another 8 cards with this. Or if you choose to do the decoupage, then you can make 4 cards. So let me show you. We'll do one without the decoupage and one with. So let's pop this. And they're pre-die cut, so you just have to pop them on out. And look at that. Fits right on it. You've got this beautiful little swag right on it. Or I could do the fatter swag. I think I'll keep it to the simple. So now I want to be able to put a little bit of my pop dots or my tape, but I want to make sure that I don't have my tape going down too far, because then it will start sticking to my card, the inside, and my card won't open. So I just want to use a little bit of Stacey tape where I'm gonna, so maybe a little bit in the center and a little bit on my edges. Now my Stacey tape I made too tall, too long, it's too much. I'm not going to try and trim it down. It is double-sided adhesive. So I can just fold it right back in on itself, and nobody will ever know the wiser. So I can just fold it right back in, right back on itself, and nobody will ever know. And that way I'm not trying to cut to fit. So my tape is down, and I could take I could keep it simple. Wishing you a Happy Christmas or Let It Snow. I could put my sentiment right there on the swag, or I could take my wreath. And again, I'm not going to decoupage it. I'm just taking it as it is. And put my wreath right there. I think that's what I'll do. I'll put my wreath right there. So I just need a little bit of tape at the top. Now I've got my wreath, and I think the last thing, well, I'll add a little bow. Right to the center of my wreath. So cute! They're so cute! This is just popping it out and taping it down. Doesn't get much simpler than this, and yet the finished result is pretty amazing. I'm not even using my pop dots yet. And last thing I'm going to do is I am going to grab a sentiment. Okay, so let's take the back off. And I like this one. Hope was born on a silent night. May it fill your heart with gentle light. I think that's going to be beautiful on this. Peel my sentiment. And as I said, you and your friend could have this kit sit side by side and no two cards are going to be the same. Now they've left you room to put your sentiment. And they left you room to sign it. Bam. One done. Yay for me. One done. There's I'm looking for my stack. One done. Let's move to the next one. Oh! Well, my cards just fell. Can't have that. All right, let's move to the next one. And we'll do the brown one. So I've got my card base ready to go. I've got my insert ready to go. I decide what it is I want it to look like. And this time maybe I do a decoupage. So I've got my tree here. And I've got my tree without the base. And I take the tree without the base and I put it right on top of the first tree. And this is where those foam dots come in handy. Yep, looks darling. This is where those little pop dots that they gave you, those foam dots, Foam squares come in handy. So they've given you big ones for larger pieces and little tiny squares for popping smaller pieces. So I've got them on there. Peel it off. Line it up just directly right on top of it. And now I have a little dimension to my tree, which can now go right there. Or I can put it in the middle. No, I like it over to the side. And then they've given you all the ornaments, all the different colored ornaments and the little tiny pop dots. So little tiny squares. I can take my tree and I can put a pop dot. There. And take one of my ornaments. And put it right on top. And start to build dimension. Up to you how many you want to do. You could cut your little pop dots in half if you would prefer. I just kind of squish them into place and then grab an ornament and put it down. Ah. Right on top of the, so the gold sit on top of the gold. The red ornaments would sit on top of the red ornaments. The tree sits on top of the tree until you're happy. So I've got that. And I think I've got a few little birdies here. And maybe I put a bow at the top. Put a bow at the top of my tree. Do I want? No, I think that bow's good. Just take a little bit of Stacey tape and put that bow down. And again, I've cut too big of a piece, so I'm just gonna fold all of it back in onto itself. And just form it right to the shape of the bow. So then I can put my bow right on down. And it has a little decoupage piece. It looks like all of them come with two. I could use that bow by itself, but this is also the piece that fits right on top. And a little pop dot on each little end. And I'm good to go. So I just keep building dimension. So it keeps getting more and more detailed out. Now to put this down, I want to make sure that I don't put necessarily the tape on the back of my embellishment, but instead I put the tape on the fence. Where'd my little birdie just go? Oh, there he is. So if I put my tape on the back of my embellishment and then I tape it down, there's a good chance I'm gonna tape my card closed. If I put the tape on my fence, there's no way I'm going to tape my card closed. No chance that I've taped my card closed. Now I've got my little birdie. Little piece of tape right down on his tummy. Fold it back in onto itself so that it matches the curvature. And then I can put him where I want him. And again, no chance of me accidentally putting the tape down so that it holds my card closed. That's awful cute. And then a sentiment for the inside. With love this festive season. Just need to see where it is. There we go. They give you ample space to put it down so that you can still sign the card and it just disappears right into the card. Okay, 2 done. Whew. Where was my first one? My first one fell. So this one, we did super simple. We didn't decoupage at all. We punched out, taped down, added our sentiment. Good. This one, we did a little decoupage. We layered and added the pop dots, put our sentiment down. Good. Now let's move on to the next. And this time, we might use a little bit of our Flower Soft or our fluffy stuff. Let's see what we want to do with this one. So if I decoupage these and I put them there, and then I have a bow. That I can put there. Do I like the gold bow or do I want a red bow? Decisions, decisions. Or a gold star? I have a star. What if that's all I want to do? Maybe a few of the little birdies. All right, so I'm going to come through. And let's tape those two together. So I'm just going to line them up. Okay. That looks good. That's like where they line up. So let's add some pop dots to this one. You may use your tweezers to get the little liners off. That looks like it lines up pretty good right there. So my wreath has now been decoupaged, which means layered. I've layered my paper on it. And let's put my little bow right on it. And I'm going to use some of the Flour Soft. So remember, that's pretty much the last thing you want to do because we're going to be using a liquid glue. So I want to have everything done and built and ready to go. I think that'll look cute there. I need a sentiment. I want to put that sentiment in now because I don't want to have to open it either now or when it's completely dry. Is kind of your, how about joy to the world? Bam, bam. Now I need to take my glue, my liquid glue. And I'm going to come in and where's my little, here it is. I'm going to add some glue. Any place it's white. So on all the tops of my fences. I could even have it kind of going down on the side a little bit. And then on the tops, And then on the bottom. On the bottom, I want it a little kind of rugged. So anywhere there's white. And then I'm going to take my Flower Soft. And I'm going to come sprinkle it all over. I just stuck my finger in it. I just want to get it all in there. Now, I'm putting a lot down, but anything that doesn't stick is going to come right off. And then I can put it away. And I'm just taking it right out of my little palette here. And I'm not going to try and put it back in the bag it came from. That was watching the honorary SMS girls try to do that. And I was like, oh, don't even. Okay, so I've got that top part done. And now I can tap off. I've got all of this. I can put it right back in my little palette. And I can start all over again on the bottom. And I'm just adding snow. And I would rather add too much and make sure that I got every place than to miss a spot. Because I can always, when I tap it off, anything that doesn't stick goes right back into my palette. And I've added snow. So more texture to my card, more dimension, more design. Not a lot of effort. not way more effort to do this. If you can glue it, you can do it. And now I've got my wreath. And I'm just going to set my wreath right into my glue because it's still wet. And maybe I want one of those little birdies. I'm just going to stick them right in because my glue is still wet. And now I'm going to let it dry. And the design is really, you don't want to add too much because you've got that fabulous Flower Soft doing all that dimension. Look at that. So I'm just going to let it dry. I don't want to overdo. And let's bring out our last one. So this time, instead of the Flour Soft, I'm going to use the fluffy stuff. And let's decide what we want here. Maybe we do the tree. And this one's super easy to decoupage. Although you could then come back with all the little ornaments, all the little stars and the ornaments, all the little extras to add even more to the decoupage, because you see my tree has those little stars and it has the little pine cones and it has the little ornaments. But let's make this simple. So I'm going to build my tree. Of course, that's the wrong, but that's okay. We'll pop it on. Ooh, no, maybe not, because that's the back side. Wrong. I don't want to glue my card into place. There we go. Back side of this one. This one's just going to layer right on top. You just line it up and press it down. And it doesn't even have to be perfect because it's a tree, so it just looks like it has more branches. And then I think I like the star. But I don't know if that's going to show well. No, I think the blue bow will show better. Yep, I think the blue bow will show better. So we'll add some pop dots to this. And I'm not doing all the major decoupage. I'm going to leave that to you, and I've got some fabulous samples of it. That's too much. I think I'm going to want this on this side this time. And we'll put a birdie up there. But I'm going to do the fluffy stuff. So let's get our sentiment in there. Believe in the miracle of Christmas. Okay, there we go. Believe in the miracle of Christmas, and let's come in with our fluffy stuff. So I've got my embellishment ready to go. And I've got my fluffy stuff. And I'm gonna, just like I did with the glue, I'm just going to kind of fill, not too much. I'm kind of moving it around. And spreading it out with the tip. So I think I'm going to take this in sections. I'm going to do the top section first, and then we'll do the bottom. Just put a little snowflakes or a little snow there. So let's take it and let's heat. Oh, I should do this, the crossbar too. Same time. We'll do the crossbar at the same time. And I want it a little rugged because snow doesn't fall evenly. Okay, so I've got fluffy stuff on the top half. And I'm going to take it from a liquid to a solid using my heat tool. And I can see it change right in front of my eyes. I can see it puff up. So where we used it on Santa's fur, now we're using it as snow. And look at it. It's so cool. And once your card is cool to the touch, so is your fluffy stuff. It's not wet anymore. You took it from a liquid to a solid. So now I can do the bottom. I'm just putting a little bit where the big white spots are, and then on the bottoms of my. So any place that you want that dimension, this is how you get it. And like I said, it makes getting a heat tool, even if you don't do heat embossing, oh, Stacey, I just put my fingers in it. It makes you really think about getting a heat tool if you don't have one. Now I've really put my fingers in it, but okay. C'est la vie. And as it grows, you just kind of move along with it. And now my whole fence is fluffy stuffed. Once my card is cool, I'm good to go. I can now put my tree over to the side. So let's take a little bit of my tape. And put my tape right onto my fence so I don't accidentally tape my whole card shut. So you guys, I don't know how you choose. They're both amazing. The only thing I can say is that the one card kit, the Timeless Christmas, is limited while this will be available. Oh, maybe a little bit more in that one. I didn't heat that one enough. So I stuck my finger in it. It wasn't quite done. So I just add my heat again, and it grows again. It's pretty crazy. I stuck my finger right in it, and it just kept growing. Okay, I like that. And I think I like that. Since it's out, I'm going to use it. And my little bird. So now we've got one done with the fluffy stuff for snow. So we did all 4 cards. That one's still wet. We started super simple and didn't even decoupage, just taped everything right on down, single layer. Here's our sentiment, beautiful, done. Then we did a little bit of decoupage on our Christmas tree and some of the ornaments and our bow. We've got our bird and our sentiment, and done. Then we did a little bit of decoupage and we did our flower soft, our polar white, to add the icy crystals to everything. Now this is using a wet glue, so this is probably still a little wet. Take a little time to get it to dry, but it adds that texture and that dimension to it. Sentiment. Oh yeah, see, it just stuck my finger in it. And then we did it with our fluffy stuff, where we've got our sentiment, we've got our fluffy stuff on the tops and the bottoms. It's got that added dimension to it. It looks like snow. So we did 4 of the picket fence Christmas card kits. Let's see if I go back. So we did 4 of those. And we did, this one still has to dry. Make sure I put it somewhere where it can dry. And we did the Timeless Christmas collection. Where we started simple, easy. We went a little bit more. I thought I had one more. I know I have one more somewhere. Oh, my Christmas tree. So we started super simple and easy. Just popped it out and taped everything down. We did a little bit more here where we added the first insert. We did a little bit more here where we added the insert, and we did some flour soft. And then we did a little bit more here where we used the frame, popped up the center, did the single one swipe of just one piece of the liner, our sentiment, and we made Santa's outfit with our fluffy stuff. And here's the bigger image of Santa's outfit with the fluffy stuff. It really is very cool. And another image with some of the flour soft. So, oodles. I mean, if you want to make your Christmas cards this year and you've never done it, here you go. If you want to make your Christmas cards this year and you make them every year, here you go. It's just fabulous. And it really does all depend upon what it is you want to do. So the Timeless Christmas collection is the one that's exclusive. It retails for $43.99. It's on sale for $33.99. That's a little more than 20% off, and you get all the paper, all the liners, all the toppers, everything in there. The sentiments, all in there. Then we just played with the Christmas card, the Picket Fence Christmas collection. It makes 8 cards. But if you want to make more, you can get the Picket Fence card bases with envelopes in either the white, or it comes in a red and blue combo pack. You get 12 and 12, I'm almost positive. Then the inserts, because you're getting the 24 inserts here, you get different designs that are not in this card kit. You get more designs here. And then if you were to get these open stock as well, you've got 3 sheets, not one, there's 3 sheets in here. So if you used each item individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you could do 24 cards. If you put them together, you can do 12 cards because you get 3 sheets here and 3 sheets here. Now you may want to just use all the blue. That may be what you choose. You might want to use all the traditional, or you get one of each, and that will do your 24 cards. 24 cards and 2 packs of the picket fences, whether you get the white, you get the red, or you get the white or the red and blue combo. Those picket fences, though, will not be like the ones we were using today. They won't have the wood grain into them. They won't be pre-printed. They're just a solid cardstock like the white, just a solid cardstock. Now that doesn't mean you can't ink them, because we've done that in the past. You just want to know that they are different, but you can get 24 cards that way, or you get the card kit and whatever extras you want. Plenty of options for you. We've got the Oh Holy Night peelables, and if I can remember, I think I might put all the peelables in there, because now that you've seen them, they have birthday, they have all occasion, they have all year long, so for all the different holidays, they have with sympathy. I think I'm going to put all the peelables on sale for you, not just the Oh Holy Night, because they really are worth the value. They are So useful. So between the card kit and the Timeless Christmas and the peelables and all the open stock, I'll also do, we have the 2-pack on the fluffy stuff. So we're selling it as a twofer, and same with the Flower Soft. We're selling it as a twofer. So if you only need one, share one with a friend. I'll do the bone folder, and we have the foam tape, and you're gonna need, you might need another tray. I don't know. I'll try to make sure I get it all on sale. And our A2 and A6 cards are already on sale. Lots to choose from, lots to select from, and fun and easy. And truly, you can put this out there on a table during an event, and when you have people over and you're having a fun little party, or it's Thanksgiving, and let them just make things. You'll be, if they can glue it, they can do it, and they don't even have to glue it. If they can use tape, they can do all of this, and they will love it, and it will keep them occupied. It'll keep their hands and minds busy while the bird is in the oven. Okay, samples. Let's go through some samples, because the girls made a lot. It was hard to not make a lot. This is some of their most favorite things to play with. So I already showed you this one. And I added the black to the back of the card. And this was Dortina. Then we had Patty. And these both are out of the Timeless Christmas collection. And then we had Mary, who did the tops in the fluffy stuff, and she did her swag. I like how she did her swag. And her little birds, and down at the below, she's got some Flower Soft and her sentiment. So this is Mary. Then I have Gail, who used some of the Flower Soft on the tree as the snow. Oh, that looks so good. Doesn't that look so good? She added a few little blings. You've got the foil going on. The Merry Christmas all comes in that Timeless Christmas. This is honorary SMS girl, Gail. See, somebody did all the decoupage. Patty. This is Patty's jam. So honorary SMS girl, Patty. She got the Flower Soft is on the rooftops. Oh, so cute. It's down below. You've got your sentiment. She decoupaged the tree, and she added all the ornaments, and she's got the birds going on, and she's got her Flower Soft up on top and her winter wishes. So good, Patty. So good. So good. And then we have Simple, Easy Peasy. Gail did this one. Look at, just beautiful. She took a die. We must have had maybe a Stacey die. That's a little bit bigger, and she cut the glitter paper out of there. She used the paper, so the topper is from Timeless Christmas. The paper is from Timeless Christmas. The glitter paper is what she added. And this is honorary SMS girl, Gail. So good. And then here again, oh my gosh, Dortina. So she did all the swag, and she did all the embellishments, and she added a few little blings and her wreath and the fluffy stuff and her little birdie. Then you open it up. Oh, open again. Okay. So you've got the two pieces of, she cut the little base off of this one. So she used the two trees, and she just cut the base off. And here's her, and a birdie, and here's her back. And then open again. Oh, aren't you just nifty? She took a piece of cardstock, cut it to the side, the size, scored it, layered it in. So she has a flip and an open. Okay, little miss, I see you. I see what you did. Look at this. This is just ivory cardstock that she cut and scored. Bam. Well, that certainly adds a really fun element. And then here we have Patty. Again, she used the fluffy stuff, and you've got the swags. And she used a liner. So she used a piece of the, the liner, the inserts, as opposed to one of the back drops. So instead of using that, she used from the Timeless Christmas collection. I love that, Patty. I think that's beautiful and a way to mix and match. Oh, and this has to be Patty, because here's the negative of the one she did. So when she cut this shape out, it left her this piece here. So she just used that to make another card. Of course you did. So both of these are by Patty. The positive and the negative. And they both work. And here, all the bows on the side, that's cute too. This is Dortina. Tree in the center, bows on the side, fluffy stuff going on, sentiments. I'm telling you, the girls, if I told them this was all we were going to be doing for the next 2 weeks, they would not have complained at all. They would have been, yay, happy, love it. Okay, next set of samples. Okay, so it says open. Oh, easel. Or a little, your little easel card. So she's used the bottom to keep it in place. The little foil strip we had, she cut it from a piece of mirror paper. Don't know who did it. I don't know. Is this Mary? Is this Mary? Is it Gail? Is it Dirt? No, I don't know. I don't know who did this. They didn't sign it. But one of them did it, and it's beautiful. And then here we have Patty. And again, Patty just took some die cuts that we had, some dies, and she die cut out the red paper and the gold paper and put her Santa right on top. She used a little bit of the fluffy stuff because you can feel the texture on him. Pretty, Patty. And here we have Winter Wonderland. This is all done with the Flower Soft, which kind of gives it an icy, crystally look. And just a simple sentiment in the middle. And this is Gail. And then we have Mary. Maybe Mary made that one. Maybe Mary made the easel card. Mary, did you make the easel card? I'm wondering if it was Mary. Okay, so we have With Love and a little bit of the fluffy stuff everywhere. She put a sentiment, no sentiment inside. And then another open. Dortina, but I don't know. They're not the same word writing, I don't think. So open, this is Dortina. Okay, I'll open. So we've got the little doggy. He's in Timeless Christmas. Okay, open. Oh, okay, she just put the center in. Okay. Whew. I'm like, is it going to do something? Wait, you know what? Is it going to explode out? I didn't know. But she's got the fluffy stuff going on for the snow. That's Dortina. And here we have Gail with the swag and the birds and the Flower Soft and the sentiments. This is Gail. Aren't they lovely? Who would not love to get a Christmas card like this? And they're affordable. How many you can make is incredible. This is beautiful. See, they use the same paper. Who is this? Patty. We thought alike. Patty and I tend to think alike on a lot of things. Patty likes bling bling, and Stacey likes bling bling. So we use the same paper, Patty. Oh, okay. Love that on a 5x7 card. That's beautiful, Patty. You didn't even use the fence. This was going with the fence, and this was going with timeless Christmas. This is gorgeous, Patty. And then Merry and Bright, we've got just on the white card. Fussy cut out a little bit here, open it up, fussy cut out a little bit there. Just on the white card. And then I do have two layouts for you. So the first one is by Honorary SMS Girl Gail. Now tell me that this is not dreamy. This is an amazing Christmas layout. Stunning, right? Love, love, love. She's got the flower soft going on. She's got some swag going on. So pretty. The swag across the top. The little wreaths in holding the picture frame. Beautiful layout. From Timeless Christmas. Beautiful, beautiful layout, Gail. And then in a complete change of color. This one is done by Mary, equally as stunning. With the birds and the traditional. So Gail did hers in the blues and Mary did hers in the more traditional. I love the brown background to it. It makes it feel so vintage. I love the fact that it almost looks like photo corners, but this is just a square piece, and because the corners are clipped on the topper. Love the little bow and the swag, and she hit it with some white. Mary, this is stunning. It's absolutely stunning, as is Gail's. Totally different looking, and yet both are amazing. So, here we are. Wahoo Kachoo. We have the exclusive, the only place, oh, I can feel my face is red. Is my face red? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. We have the exclusive on the Timeless Christmas collection. Only place you're going to find it is QVC Germany, Scrapbooking Made Simple, and Katy Sue. We have it for an incredible price, but we have about this many to go around. Then we have all of the other products, the picket fence card for Christmas, or all open stock with the inserts and the 24 inserts and all of the beautiful decoupage that you can layer on top of it. Everything is gorgeous. The flower soft, the fluffy stuff, it's all there for you. And while most of it is available globally, the Timeless Christmas is not. It is only at 3 places. So you can shop anywhere that makes your heart happy, ideally with an independent small mom and pop shop, whether they be a brick and mortar or an online business. And if you don't happen to have one of those, well then of course Scrapbooking Made Simple, we're always thankful, and we welcome you, and we look forward to having you as an SMS peep. So that is today's Saturday with Stacey class. I hope you had a good time. I hope you loved the products. I can't wait to see everybody's makes, and the Honorary SMS girls just knocked it out of the park. We took from the very simple, and with each kit, we added a little something more as we went along. And that is starting at the beginning and then taking it a little further and a little further and a little further. Because I promise you, you'll start these kits very easy. But as you grow confident in your abilities with these kits, you're gonna want to add a little bit more and a little bit more as you are doing them. And then you take all the cards you made and you line them up in the order that you did them, and you will see the progression. You might be matting more. You might have added some bling to some. You will see how Each card, as you've done them, has changed just a little bit. So I just had a great time with you today. Thank you for being here. The next time I see you is Monday for our Make It Monday class, where we bring you one bundle. I think it's one bundle this week. One bundle. Yes, it's one bundle. No, it's 3 bundles. 3 bundles where they have a value, the main bundle will have a value of between $80 and $100, and we will have it for you for a smoking hot price. But I have 3 bundles for you. I have a paper bundle, I have a stencil bundle, I have a stamp bundle, and I think it's $24.99, $11.99, and $9.99 maybe? I don't know, but I know that's great. They're beautiful. You're going to love it. So I'll see you 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern when we live chat during our next Make It Monday event. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey. I'm going to go home now. Well, I'm going to go load this, and then I'm going to go home. I will see you all bright and early Saturday morning. Bye, everybody.